The following podcast contains a multitude of sensitive content. Some such content may include, but are not limited to, extreme violence, abuse, and body horror. Listener discretion is advised.
The eerie noises you hear at night, the dark shadows that hide in your peripherals, the voices that whisper to you when you close your eyes. To some, these strange phenomenons might be called the boogeyman, spirits, or even angels. But here, we call them the Blacklight Files.
Hello and welcome to the IDL. My name is Nick and this is the Blacklight Files. Ooh. It's spookier than my normal show. I'm gonna hopefully try eventually add more into the darker and scarier sides of role-playing in this. And with that, I am starting with a wonderful session of Delta Green. Yes, I'm going to be playing Delta Green. And who am I playing this game with? Why, that would be Dyto.
Hello. I'm Dyto. I'm excited to play a dark Delta Green.
Yeah.
Hooray.
And then also we have Felis.
Hey, folks. I am, I don't know exactly what's going to happen, and I'm frightened.
Yeah, that's good.
We're professionals.
I mean, you get to be professional and terrified.
Yeah, that's, usually it takes a professional to know to be terrified, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Delta Green, for anyone listening, wondering what they're in for, it is like if Supernatural met the X-Files or something like that, I'd say, is usually how I describe it. It's loaded with the Cthulhu mythos. It is something that is about people who, in the attempt to destroy the unnatural, they destroy themselves. That's basically how I would put it. Do you guys have any kind of what's your experience with the Cthulhu mythos as a whole?
I am currently running a 5th edition game where they literally have to fight off eldritch gods. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. It's one of those things where like it's such a like pervasive mythos that it gets into everything now.
Yeah. I've also read the Necronomicon, so like the collection of stories.
Okay.
Yeah. Not
Now
not
I feel like a noob.
not the jumble of nonsense that is the Necronomicon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought for a second there, I thought you were gonna try and like raise the undead.
No, nothing like
worship
that.
the old gods.
I mean, that might happen. Just wait.
Yeah.
All
The
hail
game hasn't started
Shub-Nagura.
yet.
Black go to the wood with 1,000 young.
What about you, Dyto? What is your
Absolutely nothing.
absolutely nothing? You are fresh for the brain stabbing.
Yes. I am not. I know nothing about Cthulhu, but I know a lot about horror. So.
Oh, there we go. That's all we need to know. The thing about horror is it's about severe loss of control. And that is what we will hopefully explore today as we get into this operation. The sound of ring-billed gulls fill the air as we see an aerial shot of a nice port town. And bam! Stamped onto the screen, we see Duluth, Minnesota, May 10th, 2022. And we see a bunch of active people. It's very hot today. It's blazing hot. It's roughly 82 Fahrenheit, 28 Celsius. That kind of heat going on right now.
Warm.
What humidity are we looking at?
It is humid. It is very humid. It is gross. It feels like you're swimming as you walk down the sidewalk. Thankfully, I think the mosquitoes are only just coming out around this time of year, so we're not too brushed up against this. But we're going to cut down to a building that looks like it hasn't been touched in 50 years. A nice brownstone building referred to as the Duluth Post Office. I'd like to know something before going on with this. So late last night, each of your characters got an email. It was for a growth and security career workshop by the American Security Coalition. And in those emails were tickets reserved for your names to be flown out to Duluth. I guess what I'm curious about is, did you fly out? Was the ticket for last night? Was it for early this morning? Or did you just drive instead?
I took a red eye. So probably butt crack of dawn, no sleep. Just arrived, maybe a few in the wee hours of the morning, as most doctors tend to do most of their work at the butt crack of dawn.
What is a red eye?
A red eye is the flight you take in the middle of the night.
Oh,
It's usually like between midnight and like 3 a.m.
Yeah. Okay, I was gonna
say nobody wants to be on.
It's a term I had not heard, but I was like, it sounds like they're flying. But I'm like, is this like an Uber I've never heard of?
I've heard red eye, but I'm like, I don't know what it is, so I'm just gonna pretend like I do, and then no one notices.
And Felis, your character, how did they decide to arrive?
They probably flew. Probably wasn't super like nice. They're an academic. It wasn't a very expensive ticket, to say the very least. So they probably flew out. I probably got in probably earlier in the morning. Probably definitely after the good doctor.
Okay. Yeah. But it sounds like you both got there early. So we'll say you both arrived pretty on time. So the workshop is being held at 2 p.m. I don't know if you guys intend to do hotels or anything like that, or if you're just waiting to go straight there. Do you guys get rental cars each?
I think Dr. Cruller is Ubering. Definitely has an Airbnb. She doesn't do hotels.
That's fair.
Yeah, my character would probably get a rental car and drive out there. Probably doesn't. Is this like a weekend thing? Is this just like a
it is
day?
Currently Tuesday.
Oh, okay, so it's just like a 1 day sort of thing.
It did not explain.
Cool. All right. They'll deal with that later. They're just gonna. They're like, I'm going to hotel. Who knows? Who knows if I'm going to stay for this, whatever this weird thing is. But yeah. So they got a rental car probably.
Okay. Yeah. So you find each of you, as you get to this door, you find you have to hit a buzzer to get let into the door you're being told to go into. An older woman comes in and lets you in. She directs you to the back hall. She's not going to be able to help you get back there herself. It would just be easier for you guys to walk on her own. She seems like she might have trouble walking a little bit more. So she directs each of you back to down this long hall. And yeah, it looks like it was something built in the 70s and untouched since. You're curious why this is the place that you'd be asked to come to for this thing.
Quite weird.
I'd say that Dyto, your character, probably got there a little bit earlier, got there first. You're led to, you find this small room off to the right. It looks like it's filled with like example postal things like mailboxes and other stuff and cabinets and a desk. And you see there is a man maybe in his 50s. He's in like a ill-fitted suit, some stubble. And he tries to slick his hair back, but it doesn't like fully stay back all the way. Like he just might have like tried to put this together real quick. And you're realizing it is hot in here. It is not comfortable to sit in. he stands up and he goes to shake your hand.
Shake his hand.
Thanks for coming. My name, you can call me Palmer. And what is Dyto's character's name?
Dr. Cruller.
Dr. Cruller.
Cruller.
Has you sit down, and then in comes Felis' character. He introduces himself again. My name's, you can call me Palmer. And then, what is your name?
Professor Miles Anderson.
Yes, thank you for coming. You can sit down. And he looks out, and he looks down. There's 2 hallways he can looks down those. He comes back, he shuts the door. He sits down, and he has just a few manila envelopes with him. So we are looking to help bring you further. We're looking to recruit for MSECO, and we'd like to, we have a simple job that we'd like you to do. It won't involve a lot, but it's been a short notice for us as well. We'll explain in a moment why, but we didn't have a lot of people to deal with this, so we've called you in, hoping perhaps this could benefit both of us. And he's like, what are each of your human scores?
50.
Where do I find that?
It's in your skills.
Under H above law. Under history above law.
Yeah.
10%. It's just
10%.
the normal.
Okay. Professor Miles Anderson, he seems he seems nervous. He looks very rushed about this. Recently, we had a person who used to work with us. He is recently deceased as of earlier this week, and it seems as though his heirs are expected to be here within 48 hours to take a look at all of his stuff and collect and go. But the program that we are is one of security. We deal with a lot of national security, and it's not uncommon for certain operatives to have tried to take stuff with them. All we're asking that we need you to do is go to his home, and basically we need you to look through his belongings and find any trace of the program and anything it might have. And basically we want you to go there, grab that, and make sure the place is clean before any of his heirs come in. And he passes a manila envelope to you guys.
That shouldn't be too hard to do.
I mean, a little macabre, but sure.
I've seen worse.
Okay.
And he, he hands this manila envelope over to you, and there you'll find some details and a key to his apartment. Just make sure, because of this being a security issue, just make sure you keep low. Don't draw attention to yourselves. Just go find what needs to be found and meet back here in 48 hours, and we can debrief the situation. And so in the manila envelope is, like I said, it's a key. It talks about this man. His name is Clyde Bauman. It says his birth, his family, what he did as an occupation, and what his affiliation to this program was, which I have given to you guys as a visual handout.
So what we're looking for are tax papers?
Maybe, perhaps. I would say anything that could be signs of interest, I guess. Just come back with those and we can figure out what it was and what we can do with that. Is that good?
It seems simple enough.
Sure.
Straightforward.
And basically, if you find any sign also, I guess, alongside tax info and stuff like that, if you find any sign that he has broken any kind of security breach or security protocols, that also is something we'd like to know.
Absolutely.
All right. Any more questions?
No.
When exactly his heirs are expected in 48 hours? So we have 2 days?
Roughly, yes.
What is it, 3 in the afternoon?
It's about 2:30 at this point.
It says here he had a wife. Is she still alive?
The report, I believe, mentions that she's deceased. About 20 years ago?
Yes. Sorry, I did miss that.
So I believe it's probably his daughter and his son.
I was just more concerned that we'd go to his home and she would still be there.
No.
But no, okay. That makes me feel slightly less trepidatious then.
All right. With that, hard cut to the traffic and hillside of... Oh, actually, are you guys going straight to the apartment, or do you have anything else you're going to do? It's about 3:30. Again, it's like 3:30 in the afternoon, or 3-ish, we'll say, at this point.
I mean, Miles is confused is a little confused by this whole situation. But it's like, all right, I guess we're doing this, and we'll offer to drive. What was the character's name again? I'm so sorry, Dyto.
Dr. Cruller.
Dr. Cruller. They'll offer to drive Cruller over.
It's very nice of you.
Well, if you have a ride, otherwise, I understand, but...
I don't drive.
In general, or don't have a license, or...
Both?
Okay. Fair enough. Sure. Yes. It's a Prius. I hope that's okay.
It's fine.
Good.
I mean, it's not a Tesla, but...
I mean, I don't want to explode on my way there.
At least it's not a Pinto.
At least it's not a Pinto.
Your characters... How old are your characters? Why do you guys know this? How old are your characters?
I mean, Miles said that because Dr. Cruller said that.
Yeah.
It's just like trying to be like...
Dr.
like,
Cruller
I
is
agree.
definitely like mid 40s.
Okay. I think we're hitting our mid 40s to mid 50s demographic with that one.
Miles is like 32.
Yeah.
He's just like, sure, whatever.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys, I guess if you guys are heading straight there, give me a drive check, Anderson, Miles.
Mr.
Okay.
Anderson.
Mr. Anderson, what's my drive? It's not great.
It's not going to be detrimental. I'm just for some.
That was a 90.
Okay. Yeah. As you're getting there, traffic is packed. It looks like there's not a lot of great parking. You end up having to park like about like 3 blocks down just to get there. And it's really annoying because it is hillside, so it is very steep. But yeah, it's basically just like a 3-block steep walk. You guys arrive. It's like on the hill. This apartment complex. You get inside. It doesn't seem like there's a lock to the front door. So this must be just an ancient apartment. So you make your way in. You can head out. It's about like on the second floor, like room 205. You get to this place. The key fits in good, and you enter his apartment. Inside is
A dead body.
no. The dead body has been taken care of.
It's just sitting there.
But it is very sparse. Like there's not much in there. It's very Spartan. You see basically just a very worn old couch, like a small TV. Looks like it's like maybe hooked up to like a cable box. You see a coffee table with several crossword puzzles stacked on it, and some magazines. You see like a box of Glazers from Quick Trip. You see that is the dominant gas station in this area.
I'm sorry, Glazers?
Glazer. It's just
Are those donuts?
Those are donuts, yeah.
Okay.
Glazed donuts. That's the immediate site, is just like this living room with almost nothing in it.
I guess we should look for a computer.
I guess so. He lives rather Spartan, didn't he? Okay.
What is everyone's alertness?
20.
20.
20. Okay, sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead.
Start looking for stuff, computer, filing cabinets, things like that.
And what is Cruller doing?
The same thing. Looking for a computer, an office.
Okay, so there's a connected kitchen. You see that. Looks like there's some like dirty dishes, some pans. There's like a poorly drawn crayon figure like posted to his refrigerator. That says Grandpa. You go down the hallway. You see there's some closets and there is a bathroom. And as you walk by the bathroom, you do smell like corpse coming from it. You can assume that might be where he died. And as you pass the bathrooms, you find 2 rooms. One is his bedroom with just a bed and a dresser with photographs. And then the other one you find looks more like an office and like a storage room. There is no computer.
I would like to speak to the doctor and ask him. I have a question. What exactly is it that you do? What is your profession of choice?
I'm a surgeon.
Okay. Why? I'm a professor. Why are we here?
I mean, Palmer said that it was a quick put together.
I mean, I don't know. It seems odd.
Have you not done anything for MSECO before?
I mean, every few months they come in to the university and scour through our books. I've spoken with them. I've helped them find things before. It just seems odd that we would be the first ones to call.
I mean, luckily I'm supposed to be on vacation this week, so I don't have any surgeries planned.
Well, I guess your job is a little more time sensitive than mine. Well, let's get looking.
I guess we'll find out.
I guess we'll find out. Yes, let's look around.
As you kind of like look through this office area, basically you're finding he has a lot of just boxes of papers. like I said, no computer.
Oh my goodness.
It's all just physical files to look
Somebody
through.
liked it old school.
You guys are going to realize that this will take several hours to do.
Reminds me of grad school.
I do have another question. What is everyone's accounting at?
10?
My search is 60 though.
Mine's 40.
Yeah, so I guess as you guys start digging in through these papers, hours and hours are going by. Let me know. I'm going to just list off like hours as you're like looking through stuff and you're not finished. Let me know if you guys feel like you're like, oh, I got to take a break from this. I got to do anything. So like an hour goes by, 2 hours goes by. It's like 5:30, 6 p.m. 3 hours go by, 4 hours go by. It's like getting to be like 8 at night. 9 hours go by, or not 9 hours. It's 9 p.m. It's 5 hours go by.
At 5 hours after just looking through stuff, he turns to Dr. Cruther and says, "It's getting a little late. We have another full day after this to really delve in. Should we begin to think about turning in for the night?"
I mean, I've got another 6 hours in me of just looking at paperwork.
Sure, but I'm also hungry, personally.
Do you want to go get food while I keep looking?
I mean, we could always... I guess we can't. If you don't... So the player in me doesn't want to leave the other person alone, but
I will say...
the character has no reason to think that.
Right, I was going to say, that's the thing about this. This is more grounded in real life. Like, it's okay to split the party. A goblin's not going to drop from the roof with
I'm
knives.
not worried about goblins. I'm worried about a tentacle monster stealing them through a black hole. I know what happened to fucking the guy who fucking wrote the fucking Necronomicon. He was ripped to shreds in the middle of a market square. So yeah, I guess, fuck me. I guess, Miles goes and will buy food and then we'll return.
Yeah, where are you going to get food? What do you got? What's on the menu?
What is the nearest can I roll something to see if like this doctor is like a weird health nut?
Yeah. What are you thinking?
Maybe human intelligence to like get a read on them for after 5 hours of spending the time in a room with them.
Oh yeah. Give me a human.
23.
23 under.
And mine is that that's my score is 50.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just wanted to know like how much of a success that was. What is the doctor? Does the doctor look like a health nut?
I mean, no more than usual. Like,
Okay.
she'll eat a cheeseburger.
For sure. I was gonna like if he goes out and buys like Chinese food or fast food, would they be like, oh, thanks?
I mean, she is a surgeon, so even if she is a health nut, if she only has 5 minutes to eat, she will eat just whatever is there.
Sure, yeah. So he goes out to the nearest those Chinese restaurants have the same type font. It's called like Wok something, just something like that nearby.
There is a. Hold on, let me.
This is always a real
Walk
Duluth.
and roll.
There's actually a really good one in nearby.
Do you live in Duluth? Is that?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, I'm in Superior, so I'm like across the bridge. But I work and I've lived in Duluth.
And we have found absolutely nothing after 5 hours, right?
5 hours. That's been nothing. It's I believe it's Cantonese house. I thought it was a different name, but never mind. I won't shout them out because I don't know if that's correct now. So 5 hours is nothing. So Miles goes out to get Chinese. You're still digging around on this.
As soon as he leaves, I start looking for furniture that has been moved, like scuff marks on the floor, like see if there's anything hidden, like a false back in a closet, because there's got to be a computer, there's got to be something, and she knows that she would have hidden anything like that.
So there's two skills that like are very similar, so I want to see. Okay, yeah. Give me a search.
Cool. That is a 39 of 40.
As you are digging around, you kind of like, are you looking just in this room, or are you looking
the whole apartment?
The house. I'll just paint a little bit more of the stuff. So like I said, you see like pictures of Clyde with him and his wife, or pictures of his children. There's like a handprint ceramic thing of his granddaughter. He's got a lot of his granddaughter stuff here. That's like how he paints it homely. You see a lot of things are pretty sparse in this area, and then the bathroom looks like there's like the shower door's cracked and there's like broken stuff. Looks like he might have collapsed when he died, and that's why it still kind of smells in there. But you're like digging around, like looking for evidence of stuff. It's not really finding. You do notice also then, you guys passed it on your way in. It was kind of like behind the door. There's like a key ring, like a hook rack or whatever, like next on the wall near the door, and there is a key ring with several keys on it. I'll take that key ring and start trying keys on all of the locks and anything that she could find. None of them are working in here. But if you go back to, you're looking around, you start digging for this stuff. Go back to stuff. You start like looking around. As you get back, you notice nothing looks, and it seems like kind of like defeated at this point, like not finding anything strange in this place. But as you're sitting down and you're looking, you realize like you're like on the last leg of his stuff, and nothing seems like weird or unusual, except you get back to it and you notice he has another property. He owns a cabin, and like it gives like an address and stuff like that.
Well, that was a waste of 5 hours.
Yeah, you were like right on the edge of it all, but you realize he's got another cabin. You've got an address for it. If you Google Maps it, it looks like it's going to be 2.5 hours out from here, driving into like it looks like it's like going up into rural Minnesota, like halfway towards Ontario. Yeah. And it so you know that, and you've got keys that don't work anywhere else. So you might assume this could be what these are for.
I am going to, since we're not finding anything here, I think when Mr. Anderson comes back, the doctor is just waiting for him in the parking lot with the keys and her purse.
Oh, okay.
Because it probably took some time for
Yeah.
to actually find it.
Yeah, I will say, as you, because he's just getting his stuff. As you are heading out, you're closing the door. You see there is in the hallway just this older woman who is just like walking in down the hallway. Like she's got on a leash, like a little. What can I think what they're called now?
Pomeranian?
We'll go with
Yorkie?
Pomeranian. Not, I can't think of the name of it. I'll go with Pomeranian. So she has like a little like Pomeranian that she's walking. She's got on a leash, and then she kind of like stops to seeing you. Like you're like getting out. You're like closing. You might like put the key in to lock it, and you turn, and there she is, just seeing you walk out of this guy's apartment. She's like kind of like hunched over, like she's like she looks like she's like her age is shrinking her. I guess it's really freaking hot out, so she probably doesn't have like she's probably got like a tank top and like shorts on still in her Crocs.
Good evening, miss.
It was a terrible shame that poor Mr. Bauman wasn't found for 3 days. It's a real pity.
Wow, 3 days. That's tragic. Who found him?
Well, it was one of the maintenance men. Do you know? Are you one of the family?
No, I was his doctor.
What is your persuade?
It's a 60.
Okay. Oh,
so
your
is mine.
doctor. Oh, well, that's a shame. You probably knew best of all that his art wasn't taking it. Oh.
No, unfortunately it wasn't.
He wasn't a real loud person, but, it was nice to see people when you're getting the mail. Well, have a good day.
You have a good one too, ma'am. Make sure you give that dog a nice little treat.
Oh, Mitzi loves treats. And then she walks off about 3 doors down and then gets in. You get down to there and, what am I know you're Miles. For some reason I memorized your last name, but not like your first name is just like getting out of there. You get down there and like Miles is just like bundled up with Chinese walking towards the apartment. You do get a better parking spot this time.
Hello, Doctor. Everything all right?
I found another lead to a cabin about 2.5 hours away. So what we're looking for might not be here, but there.
Do you want to eat the food now or later?
I am not hungry. So if you want to eat, I'll drive.
No. And he puts the food back in the car and gets in the driver's seat. If you told him that you don't have a license.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you had told him 6 hours ago, he might have believed you. He might have gone.
And yeah, I'll unlock the doors for her.
Okay. Are you guys heading up there, or are you?
I've got the Waze directions on my phone to the address. Mr. Anderson, do you want to eat before we go?
Yeah, let's just drive. Let's just go. Let's just drive out there. We'll figure it out on the way.
If you have like cream cheese wontons or egg rolls, you can at least snack on the drive.
Yeah.
Did you get any pot stickers?
You didn't give me any orders, but yes, I did.
You guys start heading up. It's like it seems really. You take the highway for a long time, and then eventually you'll have to like break out from there, and it's a property next to it's a property in the Stony River Township. It's like a cabin almost right off of Bog Lake. It's about 2.5, depending on how it's going. If you guys aren't very familiar with the roads, it might take a bit longer to get up there in the dark. It's actually closer to Ontario than it is to where you're starting from. Is it a silent drive, or is it...
I think the doctor tries to make small talk.
I mean, yeah.
So what is it that you do, Mr. Anderson?
I teach history at McGill University.
What part of history?
Generally, indigenous studies. Sort of pre-contact indigenous peoples.
Is it a good job?
I mean, I enjoy it, so I would argue yes. What is your specialty? You said you're a surgeon. Are you just like a general surgeon?
No, I specialize in psychotherapy and neurology.
Oh, literally a brain surgeon. Okay.
Literally a brain surgeon.
That's what I'm rocking with today. Good to know.
Don't be intimidated.
I'm surrounded by people who are smarter than me all the time. Do not worry.
Are you guys listening to music, or is this just conversational as you focus on the drive?
I mean, sure. I'll turn on the radio.
I was just curious what the scene is as we're pulling up to this place. What kind of music do you got blaring? What's the mood?
I'm gonna roll to see. I'm gonna roll just a dice to see. Yeah. All right. He definitely plays classical music because he's a weird professor.
That's fine. My radio, my alarm clock radio, is set to classical music. I don't know what station it is for here, but I know it's already set. It's the one you guys would probably be listening to. So here it is. Classical music. We'll say we've got some Baroque period music like blaring in as we have this rocky, dark, like as you're like getting to like dirt roads and having to like drive. It's a little bit more rocky, and then like Chinese is like bouncing up and down in the cars. You guys are like getting to this area and pulling off. So you finally eventually find a little pull off from the road that's a little bit down a small driveway, a little bit more concealed still. And it pulls up on this one-story cabin. It definitely looks like it's meant to look like a log cabin, but it's probably not actually a log cabin. It's probably just the way it's set up.
Mm-hmm.
As the like headlights flash up on this area and you pull down. Do you guys have flashlights on you, or do you just have your phones and the headlights?
Probably just have my phone.
Probably just have the phones.
Okay, yeah. So you guys just have your phones as you're like getting through. Each of you give me a percentile.
82.
96.
Okay, your phones are both very well charged for this. Probably because it's currently your only real lifeline as to what's going on. So you flash over the headlights. So they flash over the log cabin. They flash over. It looks like it starts like the terrain can get kind of hilly as it recedes back into the forest. You see like an outhouse and you see a shed as well as you park here.
Where do we want to start?
Well, if you're storing documents, I would recommend perhaps the main building.
Outhouse?
Yes, the outhouse. No, main building.
Well, but these are documents that aren't supposed to be known to the public. She looks around at the woods surrounding this cabin.
Yeah, I think they're pretty well hidden out here. So if I'm wrong, you can check the outhouse.
Okay. You go up to the one of the keys you have unlocks it, so you get in.
The neighbor lady did say that they didn't find poor Mr. Bauman for 3 days.
I mean, he's a divorcee. He's a divorcee. He's children don't live with him any longer. I mean, it's tragic, but it happens.
But he still has children.
Sure, but they obviously don't live
nearby.
And a
job? Does he still?
I believe he's retired.
He is retired. Okay.
Yeah.
Retired in 99.
His children clearly don't live with him any longer, and they clearly don't live nearby. So it's possible that they hadn't checked up on him, or if they had, he had simply not answered, and maybe they don't have the best relationship.
She did also say he was very quiet, so that could also be why they didn't find him.
Yes, sad. I weep
as
for
I'm
him.
opening the door.
Yeah, you're getting inside here, and again, it's pretty. There's a lot of secondhand furniture. You see some decor to make it look. There's some like rustic decor to it. There's a lot of dust. As you're going through this, and I'll just explain as you walk the house. You find there is 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, a living room, a few closets, and a kitchen. The whole thing is constructed of wood with a faux log cabin exterior. You did notice cables coming into it, so it looks like it was connected to a power grid.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, like I said, it does not look like anyone's been in here for like 2 months or more. But like it's very dusty. There's cobwebs already. No one's been in here in a while.
Should we take a look around before we really pack in? Because we wasted 5 hours the last time.
And we have food. I'm going to sit down and eat some food.
You eat, I'll take a look around.
Fair enough. Scream if you need something, or yell, I should say.
You guys, you sit down, you start making yourself at home, getting some food ready, eating that.
The cold Chinese food.
Yeah. Well, there is a kitchen. You could microwave it, you think?
Sure, it feels weird to use a dead man's kitchen. Dead man's kitchen who I don't know, so I'm just going to sit at his table.
Yeah.
I am going to try and turn on a light. Do the lights actually work?
There's power to the house, so you are able to go to that. You're looking around in this area. You do find a footlocker.
Yeah. Okay.
Do
one of the keys go into it?
Yes, it's like this small green not small. I guess it's this green footlocker. Looks like it might have been like Vietnam era.
Okay. Vintage.
Yes, it does look like one of them goes to it.
Pop that sucker open.
Okay. Things you find in here. You see some reel-to-reel tapes with FBI evidence tags on them. They're dated 15 August 72 through 29 September 72. You see a cardboard box containing a neatly folded but very bloody man's suit. You find what looks like a annotated copy of a doctoral dissertation called Sky Devils, Archetypical Figures in Native American Mythology by Kevin Barr. You see 3 tear gas grenades. They look very old. You see a large iron knife with some sort of markings on them, and it's bone handle. It's got a bone handle to it. But the bone makes it look relatively new. And then you also see just a leather pouch and another unmarked book.
The reels, does it look like even older than a VCR type reel?
Yes.
Okay. The doctor would, out of her purse, will pull some surgical gloves and put them on.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Because there's blood in there. And one of the first things you learn as a doctor is all blood is contaminated. And I think she would pull out the book first while Miles is eating.
Miles, you're eating. At some point, it looks like you get like sauce like splats out onto the table.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, I mean it's all right. It's just cold. They're like crumbs that get places and some like splattering of food.
Okay, once he's finished, you clean up, and then go find the doctor.
Okay, yeah. You go. You find. Give me an intelligence times 5.
Just roll. Try to roll under my intelligence times 5. All right.
Yep.
37. My intelligence times 5 is 85.
Yeah. So you start cleaning. You go and get some water to wipe stuff up, and you realize there's an outhouse, but there's indoor plumbing.
I told you the fucking outhouse.
Son of a.
No, you wanted to go inside.
You start doing the water and you go and and then it's like it just hits you. Wait, why would they need an outhouse?
Doctor?
Yes?
I would like to apologize for various reasons.
Why?
You remember the outhouse?
Fondly.
So they have indoor plumbing here.
I assume so, with the electricity.
So why would they need an outhouse?
Exactly. Would you like to check the outhouse now?
Let's check the outhouse, yes.
If there's nothing in the outhouse, there's some nice films we could just spend the rest of the night watching.
Sounds lovely.
Yeah, I mean, if you both go, you put back the book you picked up, and then you guys head out, flashlights in hand. Show the
expert on indigenous cultures the book about indigenous folklore.
She puts the unlabeled book right on top of it, so you can't see the title.
Motherfucker.
You guys get out to the outhouse. You open it up, and you realize that it is very disgusting in there. It smells bad.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like there's anything strange in there, but it does look like this is where they have been. This is where they used the bathroom.
Weird.
I If they use the bathroom out here, they have indoor plumbing. People wouldn't check the bathroom.
We checked the bathroom.
I have not checked the bathroom. Why would I check the bathroom? He did die in his bathroom.
I mean, unless you want to dig through literal shit.
I mean, I'm a brain surgeon, but I have done surgery on intestine before.
Do you want to repeat that without
No.
full
I do not.
PPE gear? No. Okay. Let's head. I sent my flashlight down. Just for thoroughness.
Yeah, it is just old
Foul.
shit.
Foul.
Make a
Unless-
dexterity check to
Like,
make sure
it's-
that you don't drop your phone.
Like, staying at the outhouse for too long, like, just is disgusting. It feels like you might retch if you stay there too long.
Okay. Yeah. Then he just leaves.
I do want to make a correction, Professor Dr. Cruller. There was 3 other items in there that I forgot to mention. There was a manila folder.
Okay.
The title on the folder wasn't full, but it had stuff in it. There was another folder that was titled Vintaja Corporation, and then there was a glass sphere about 3 centimeters in diameter, and it weirdly stuck to the knife a lot. But
Okay.
sorry, those were other 3 things that were in there. But
Did Vantasia Corporation, did it sound familiar in any way?
no.
Okay. There's a lockbox that we should probably take with us if you want to unlock the car. You can check the bathroom and I'll just check it in real quick.
Sure.
Better to be safe than sorry. There's a couple of unmarked things in there and something labeled from the FBI. A weird knife with a sphere.
I give them the keys.
So you guys unlock it. You put that stuff in the car. There's still a shed. If you, I guess I don't know if you unlock that.
I sent Mr. Anderson to check the bathroom inside for anything.
Oh, you check the bathroom. There's no plumbing to the toilet. There is a toilet in there, but there's no plumbing to it.
Yeah. I open up the back tank.
Completely dry. I'll say even if you go outside to inspect, you find a electric water pump from a well that puts the water in there. But you also notice none of the plumbing gets connected to the toilet, and it looks like
just the toilet. What about the sink in the bathroom?
the sink is fine.
The shower works?
Yes.
I assume the toilet is bolted to the ground, or is it not?
Yeah, it would be.
I mean, it'd be like a normal toilet, Mr. Anderson.
Well, this man seems like a weird, paranoid person. Look for a toolbox. I want to find a toolbox. I want to see what's up with this toilet. He has water. He has a system connected, so he could very well shit in his own toilet, but he doesn't.
I think you're on a good track.
So yes, let's find a toolbox, get the bolts off, and get this thing moved. Or can I move it at all, or is it properly bolted?
I believe it. I think it'd probably just be bolted.
Yeah, I'll have to. Or can I open the bowl and just be like, look?
Yeah, it looks like the toilet it's not used at all. It looks like you think if there's a built with a toilet here, that means it had to have also been built with a septic tank in mind. The house wouldn't have been built like this without.
Oh, is it like a septic tank?
Yeah, out this far rural, it would be either you'd have outhouses or you'd have a septic tank,
or both in this case.
Both, which usually is unusual.
Perhaps the tank then, septic tank.
That's going to be underground. We're going to have to dig it out.
Well, no, there should be an access to it to help pump it out.
Maybe somewhere around the shed.
Do we want to take apart the toilet or look for the? Let's look for the.
I think let's look for the tank. Let's look for the septic tank.
Look for the tank. Yes, we look for the tank.
Okay. Did you guys move the trunk? Did I say that?
I think we did.
Yes, I took
in the back of the Prius.
It's in the back of the Prius.
Okay, so if he's doing that, while you check it out, you'll notice taped to the back of the trunk is another envelope.
Okay. I'm going to take a look at that envelope.
The envelope itself is blank. The only thing marking it is a triangle, a small triangle with using green ink. And inside of it, you'll see a note if you want to give it a read.
I would like to give it a read. To whom it may concern. If you are reading this note, I can assume I have died or become incapacitated. Before I had the courage to complete my final mission, you will find about 20 gallons of gas in the shed behind this cabin. Pour it into the septic tank beside the cabin and ignite it. You'd be happier if you didn't look inside. Please make sure that the remains are kept from my children. I am so sorry. God, please forgive me. Clyde Bowman.
Okay, and I think then Miles has made his way looking around the back. You find about 10 yards or so away from the property, like getting back towards the trees. You do see
the tank access.
You see the hatch for the septic tank. You can like see it. It's like in a shallow pit. It's not buried like as it would be expected, but it looks like the earth piled around indicates that it's been exposed for years. Like this. The entrance, like I said, the hatch is uncovered and there's a padlock on it. It looks like the handle and hinge are well oiled still. Yeah.
Doctor, I found it.
Don't open it.
It's locked.
Apparently, good. Oh, I have the keys.
Okay. Why not open it?
I found a note.
Okay.
And I'll make my way back over to Mr. Anderson.
Professor Anderson, please. I would extend my hand to read the note. Oh, this feels more like call the cops, call law enforcement, let them deal with whoever's in there. Because
Dr. Cruller looks very closely at Professor Anderson. Are you that? And then I show him the envelope with the green triangle on it. I don't think we should be calling the cops.
Why can't he just be a serial killer who died of a heart attack on his toilet? This is connected to them. He could have been. That's kind of what Anders is thinking, that there's going to be some bodies in there.
I think what we need to do is finish the mission.
So open it up and burn it?
Unless you want to look inside before we do.
Do you want to look inside?
Not really. I heed my warnings.
Is there a way to pour liquid into here without opening up the lid?
You would have to open the hatch.
Oh, here, you might like this. And she slaps a book on his chest.
What's it called again? It was
Sky Devils. Archetypical figures in Native American mythology by Kevin Barr.
I mean, can I roll see what I know about Sky Devils?
Give me a... What do you have for do you have any like specialty stuff? Like what are your higher stuff that you probably went into?
My occult and history are both 80, which I believe my archaeology is 70, which might be part of this. I didn't put any points in anthropology.
Give me an occult.
16.
You recognize this. You've never read this. You don't know really what the contents are, but like this paper by Kevin Barr, like this dissertation, you've heard, because you've dug into this and you've looked at this. This was a dissertation rejected by the University of Indiana, Bloomington in 1985. It seems to be what some people would consider nonsense, and you're not like. Something might... I think if you read it, you might find things that might tickle your brain a bit more. But as it stands, you just recognize it as a unpublished paper, basically.
Before we go opening up a thing full of, I assume, the remains of murdered teenagers, can I see the envelope, the one marked with our friend's symbol there?
Hand it over. The
Can I
envelope
look? Can I look through it and see if I recognize anything interesting, weird?
The unmarked one you said, or
The marked one.
the
The
one,
one,
the
that you
triangle?
said. Mm-hmm.
all it had was the note in there.
No, then can I have the other one then? I want to look through all the papers.
It's back in the car.
Yeah, you guys head
shit.
back to the vehicle, leave the tank for a bit. You guys get back to it, you open it up, start to look through. I guess now that you're looking through them too, you see the reel-to-reel tapes, you see the cardboard box with the bloody man suit, you see the grenades, the knife, the leather pouch, you see the glass sphere. What are your guys's? Do any of you guys have a rating in science physics?
Physics? I don't think so.
I didn't think so either. I just wanted to.
No physics.
No, my science is biology.
Okay. You see the file called Vintage Corporation and an unmarked file. If you look at the unmarked file first, oh, you know what? There is no unmarked file. It's just the Vintage Corporation file. I misunderstood a quotation mark as a bullet point. It's just the one that says Vintage. It looks like this one looks a lot more like an investigation and like financial like documents about this Vintage Corporation. Just like skimming it without really looking into it, looks like something. There's like a financial watch list called K Group. And it looks like it's like some documents on like a raid for on a warehouse in Puerto Rico, where they found something called the Skeel formula.
Am I familiar at all? I wouldn't imagine.
No.
The knife and the orb, sort of maybe a bit of a stretch. Did they appear like some form of like ritualistic in any nature, or is it just like an orb and like a K bar?
Do you have archaeology at all?
I do. 70.
All right, you're looking at the large iron knife.
Mm-hmm.
You can identify it as an Anglo-Saxon manufacture, and strangely, it's engraved with Ogham markings. And like I said, the bone. You're looking at the bone, and I realize looking at it back at this, re-examining it, even with the doctor right there, can tell you like this is human bone. The handle, it's not like animal bone, so it's human bone, and it looks relatively new. There's a lot of confusion with like this knife that has these ancient markings and like of origin.
The markings on it. Is it what'd you say it was?
Ogham. I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. It's like
sure.
It's like primitive Irish.
Sure thing. I am an academic who is in the history. Can I call someone and be like, hey, can you do like a weird like translation for me?
It is the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Well, not in Ireland, maybe.
Oh, okay. You want to see if you have a?
Yeah, if I can like roll something to see if I know someone who like works in Ireland.
Here's an idea. Did you guys fill out your bonds? I don't. I know you guys have the option. I just never. I didn't make you guys fill out things necessarily, just because I didn't know what we all were going to play and we're going to do it. Do you have your bonds filled out?
Our bond. Oh, I do. I did. I kind of like copied one from the book, but yes, I don't.
I mean, because you could make one of them your bond. You could like have like a professor in Ireland be like one of your bonds.
Sure, Irish smart buddy. I'll put it.
Irish smart buddy.
Because
it would be normal time for them.
Yeah, so I would call up my a historical someone else in the industry or the field with expertise in Ogham, if I could.
There's just one thing I want to look for.
So what is that thing, Professor?
It appears to be Anglo-Saxon, perhaps a seax, but a knife, clearly of some sort. This is Ogham, sort of an ancient form of an Irish language. I don't speak it, at all. So. I might have a friend. I might have a colleague, or a colleague in Ireland. I might be able to contact.
I can't say that is my area of expertise.
Unfortunately, it's not mine either.
It seems quite the eclectic, quite the collection. I've noticed that everything in this footlocker, the footlocker itself seems to be from Vietnam era, but everything else seems to be from different time periods.
I mean, he was killing something.
I mean, we don't know what he was supposed to be doing.
I mean,
we just know that we're supposed to get rid of any evidence that he is connected to MSECO. That file's probably it, for sure.
Whatever remains
in that
are
septic
in
tank.
that septic tank.
What is your relationship with this person, and what is their name?
I'll
Like, how
say,
do you know them and stuff? Like, how close are you?
I'll say this person, like they have, because fun fact about Canada, the eastern seaboard is populated by very recent Irish immigration. Like during the famine, the accents out there sound super Irish, and they still have Irish. Some of them still use like Gaelic words just in everyday conversation. Fun fact about Canada. So there would be an overlap in sort of their study a little bit, and so either like they had come over to Canada, or perhaps Miles had gone to Ireland at some point for like a convention, and they had met and are like working, kind of like working colleagues, like they're aware of each other's research, stuff like that.
Academic peers.
Yeah, they're on like good terms. I would argue.
Okay. So you. What's their name?
I don't want to get super stereotypical with this person's name.
You don't want to name them Patrick O'Irish?
No. Sarcy. Name was Sarcy. A woman, we'll say.
Sarcy. Is that their first name?
That's the first name, yeah.
Okay.
I'll call them. I'll look the doctors. I'll give Sarcy a call and speak.
So you call them, and you Miles?
Sarcy, hello. I'm so sorry.
A bit early.
What time is it there? I'm so sorry. It's a bit late here as well.
It's 5 a.m.
I apologize. I found something that might be up your alley. Oddly enough, a Saxon knife carved with Ogham.
Okay, all right. Where'd you find it?
Minnesota.
That's a long way from home.
It's a long way. It's a long way from a lot of places. I'm doing a favor for someone, and I can't get into it too much due to, you know how rich academic investors can get. It's sensitive, but if I sent you a photograph of these carvings, could you translate them or attempt to? I don't expect I don't expect you to promise 100%. Obviously, this is sort of rough conditions.
Give me a charisma times 5.
A charisma times 5. Ooh, that's not bad. Wow, 13.
You guys have been rolling hot.
I've been doing good.
All right. Just send some pictures over it. I'll get back to you when I can.
Absolutely, of course.
I'll try to send you something before night, I guess.
Sure.
I can.
Absolutely. Take as much time as you need. Thank you again.
No problem.
I have to go. I'm again, strange situation.
Yeah, it sounds like it's late for you there. What?
It's around midnight.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you again later. But
of course. Farewell. Ta-ta. And we'll hang up and then take a picture of the carvings.
Ta-ta.
I don't know what accent this is. It's not Torontonian. It is definitely not.
Well, you probably just got your degree there and then you stayed there.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. Fucking Who knows where Miles is from? Probably I should probably know, but it doesn't matter.
I think this is the first time I've ever Googled what Irish time is.
But yeah, I will take a picture of the symbols and send them over to Sarsi.
Yeah. Okay. She'll accept those. She'll try to look at those. Whatever. The glass orb, like I said, it sticks to the knife when it's nearby, but it doesn't look ritualistic. It's just a glass orb.
And this suit, is it like a boiler suit or like a fancy suit? Like, what type of suit is it? You've mentioned it.
Like the kind of suit you'd be wearing to an office job.
All right, weird.
I guess the septic tank?
If you guys are interested in like looking at other stuff in here like a little bit more, I think the only things you haven't really looked at is where is that? The leather pouch. You open that up and there is
Teeth.
Hair. There are teeth.
Oh.
There are feathers.
Hey!
Human teeth?
I will say Dr. Cruller knows that is infant teeth, human infant teeth. The hair and the feathers are animal, but the teeth are baby.
I mean, they're baby teeth. I mean, it's normal for parents to keep baby teeth. It's weird, but it's normal.
Yeah, it's normal to pay your children for their teeth.
Question. How many teeth are there? Is it more than 2 children could provide?
17.
Okay.
So it's about right.
Okay, that's not 2 humans. That's not more than 2 human heads.
Do they look like they naturally fell out, or that they have been pulled?
Do you tell me this? Is that a thing? Is there a difference? Because I don't know.
When teeth fall out, they're a little more damaged than if they were to be like pulled, fully intact.
Okay. Yeah, I see. They look pulled.
They're not like they fell out of a kid's head naturally.
Yes.
That's moderately concerning.
Oh, now you're concerned.
Okay. Maybe
I was concerned before, but before it was a mission, and now we're pulling children.
Now it is serial killer.
Now I'm wondering.
Like, at first the teeth weren't a problem because he has children, and that's normal. Yeah,
I don't know if keeping them in the same bag as clearly the murder suit and a knife and like
this is
the secret cabin with the mystic this
is his killer trunk.
this is a murder kit. This is a kill kit.
Good thing I have gloves on, no fingerprints, and you've been touching it the whole time.
I'm pretty sure we're burning everything
now.
I'm pretty sure we're going to be burning a lot of things here. Should we call our friends and have them come in and be like,
"Do
hey,
we have a number? I think we're supposed to be doing the getting rid of."
But should we call him and say we're pretty sure he has a septic tank full of baby corpses?
What number?
Them how?
Do we not have?
No.
Oh, we don't have their fucking number. God damn it.
You're to do this and then meet back in 48 hours.
Have you ever experienced this is gonna sound very bad, but remember my profession. Has anybody ever died at your hands?
No.
It is very difficult to get over.
I'd imagine.
This is the next question. Does our curiosity overtake us and we look to see what is in the septic tank? Or do we just do what the letter says and burn it?
I mean, I'm not sure about you, but if we call the cops, we're fucked. Right?
Yes.
So we should just... I feel bad, because... Look, if this is actually a septic tank full of baby corpses, this won't be the first time people have found a septic tank full of baby corpses. It happened in Ireland like 3 times. Terrible story. I would feel bad about sort of destroying the evidence, but I'm curious to see what the translation on the knife is.
That could take a while, right?
We have 48 hours. Well, we have probably closer to 36 now.
Movie night?
Movie night, I guess. Okay.
I guess while we wait for the translation, we'll try and figure out how to watch the reels that were in that box.
More information. I'm comfortable with getting more information about this.
So you note that the reel-to-reel tapes are audio tapes.
Okay.
I might be stupid, but I think that's what they are. I might be.
So radio play.
Yeah. I'll say he didn't have anything in there to listen to him. I'll go ahead and say the place you haven't checked is the shed.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lock on that. You can unlock the shed. If you look around in there, you see there's just a bunch of tools. There are I'll say there is a.
Was the gas? Did it say? Was it behind the shed? In the shed?
So like I said, so you see like an assortment of tools. I'll say you see like an old tape player that looks like you could plug it in, and you see also 21-gallon cans of gasoline.
20 gallons of gas. I'm starting to think we might have to burn this entire cabin down.
I think I would have to agree with you.
Is there these tapes or reels? Is there some sort of equipment to play them with?
Well, I was just saying, in the shed, along with some of the tools, you see an older tape player in there, so you could probably bring that into the house and listen to stuff in there if you wanted.
Yeah, I think the doctor will finally eat her cold Chinese, which she is very accustomed to, and start listening and probably fall asleep before it's even like 3 hours in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because you realize even 3 hours in, it looks like you've made like a small dent in the tapes. You think this is going to take you roughly 20-ish hours to listen to all of it.
What is what are the tapes? What is on the tapes essentially as we were listening?
Yeah. So it's basically, I'll say if you're listening to, say you listen to about 3 hours, I'll say there's like some unknown church engaging in like pseudo-Christian services involving snake handling, but you're only like a dent into like what all of it is. That's kind of like what you've gathered this might be about.
Sure. He'll keep listening.
It's like the doctor could stay up for hours reading paperwork, but listening to audio puts her right to sleep.
I've listened to quite a few. I've had to sit through quite a few recordings in my time, so this is not anything I'm not unused to.
Even for a surgeon, their hours are crazy, and they're usually like looking at images, reading files, going through paperwork. It's not usually audio.
Okay, I'll say after about, if you hit the 10-hour mark, maybe. How late would you stay up listening to this? You guys know it'd probably be like over. It's roughly or more than 20 hours.
I would say a good 5 hours, and then he's just like, fuck it, sleep time.
5 hours in? Okay. You hear some weird, a mention you hear in there, like that seems like stands out to you, refers to the scaled redeemer. That's like a term that's used in like some of these congregations. I'd say after that, then if you're only going to 5 hours, you hit the hay. Are you guys sleeping in the car? Are you like one taking his bed, one taking the couch, or what do you?
I think we were just like on the couch listening, and that's where the doctor just fell asleep. But I think the real question is, when Professor Anderson falls asleep, do you keep the audio playing?
No, he would pause it.
Yeah, we'll say late morning, people start waking up. I don't know if like the doctor's gonna do a routine before the professor wakes up, or if you guys are just gonna get to cracking when it cracks.
Normally she does go for a run when she wakes up, but she doesn't know this area and she's afraid she'd get lost.
That's fair.
So I think she's just busying herself.
Okay.
Cleaning, really, probably.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Trying to stay in the house because she has a feeling that if she goes outside, she's definitely her curiosity is gonna get the best of her.
Yeah. You go about your cleaning. Eventually the professor wakes up, and you guys are able to hit up the tank these again if you want. It depends. You guys, like I said, you guys are about 2.5 hours. Let me see where the closest city is.
I really think we just need to burn whatever is in there. Just pour the gas down like he asked, take the file back to the post office, and just go back to our lives.
I'm genuinely curious what these tapes are. And we have some time until the translation comes in, and I say at that time, let's make a decision at least when the translation comes in, or the lack thereof.
All right, but I can't just sit here and listen to audio. I've got to find. My eyes need stimulation.
Well, I hand her the book. Are you willing to read perhaps a rambling dissertation?
Absolutely.
Here we are.
So the reels keep going, and the book. Which book are you looking at? The Sky Devils or the unmarked one?
I would give her the Sky Devils.
Sky Devils?
Oh, there's an unmarked book. I would read the unmarked. I want to read the unmarked book. I just want to say, as a player, I really want to pocket one of those grenades, but I don't think the doctor would.
Oh, yeah.
Just because it's like a tear gas grenade from Vietnam. Like, how freaking cool would that be just to say that you have one?
I mean, I've been hearing a lot of stories about people who are like using old like grenades as pumice stones and not pumice stones, like vestals, like mortar and pestle stones.
I don't think I would use a grenade as a mortal pest.
Well, like literally this guy who was like a brother, like I found this weird thing in the forest, like, oh cool, just use it to like crack walnuts. I was like, that's a World War II hand grenade. Like that's like a German stick grenade, and he's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah," and it's still active. And he's like, "Oh shit!"
I mean, to be fair, no matter what, he'll still achieve what he wants if he hits it.
True, and he used it for like 15 years to like crack walnuts with, and then someone was like, "That's an active explosive," and he's just like, "Here you go, Kevin."
Do you know Latin, Doctor?
Probably.
Okay, I didn't know if you had a blank language or not.
I don't know how languages work in this. But as a doctor, they at least know some Latin because a lot of words from anatomy are Latin based.
Okay, I'll give it to you. Because usually what it is, if your career gave you language, you would have had it. And if you would have put it as bonus, you could have done it.
I didn't know I could.
No, that's fair. We are all just learning. But
physician,
yeah,
does not have a language.
What?
Physician does not get a language.
Yeah. It'd have to be something you did as a bonus one.
Which is stupid because you need to know quite a bit of Latin.
Yeah.
To be a doctor.
I think it's like rudimentary stuff I can give with that. One, you notice it's in Latin.
Okay.
It looks like it might have been. It's handwritten. It looks like someone must have copied from another book into this book. In the inside of it, you see that they wrote on like the margins. They called it Liber Damnatus, but you're getting bits and pieces of it. But just getting into it right now, you're not really finding a whole lot. It's something if you find it's interesting, you might pick it up, or you might bring it and do it like at home. And
I think it's one of those things like she could read it and pronounce it, but not know what it says.
Yeah, that's fair. Sky Devils. You're reading, and it's like talking about flying gods almost. That like bring the day or the night, and as they bring the day or the night, those gods are also representations of life and death in a way. You're getting some of that. That's just like some small stuff as you're like getting through. Like in the front part of it, you're not getting a whole lot of the real depth here. It might take you longer to like really like sit down with and like dig into what his annotations mean.
Yeah, I don't think she's like really like in-depth reading it. It's just something to keep her eyes busy as she's listening to what's being
Yeah.
said in the audio.
Sorry, that one was also then towards the professor. It was the Skydo's one. So, and yours, it's hard to check. But as it's going, we'll get this in. You're probably hungry, but you guys are, like an hour out from a town. You guys get through this another 10. You both are like in your books hearing this. You hear some more mentions of the Scaled Redeemer. Saint Yig is another one. They also refer to as the Blessed Serpent.
I have a pretty high occult. Can I roll something for the Blessed Serpent in all this?
Yeah.
62 on my score is 80.
You know of it as some kind of like discredited mythology and like discredited interpretations of the Christian Bible. A lot of it comes from like a, what is it called?
The Gnostics?
No, I was gonna say like when you have like kind of like how like the Greek gods and the Egyptian gods, like where you take the gods from one place or like the themes of those gods, and then you basically like implant them on your own. I can't think of the actual term for it, but it seems like almost like a bastardization of
a Christianization of a different religion. Right,
yeah. You think it sounds like it's coming from, it might have been like maybe southern U.S. or Central American. That's what this is kind of sounding like it's from. You hear a lot of several points throughout these tapes. You hear congregants cry out, like, because they part of it they're letting themselves be bitten by these snakes, and so you'll hear like the cries of people as their pain is being crying out. And at some point, one person is refusing medical treatment and is just wailing in agony, and I need a sanity check.
Ooh, okay. So you
Yes.
roll below your current sanity?
Yes.
51 out of 65.
61 out of 70.
You guys are good to go. Nothing is stopping you guys. Yeah, it sounds so uncomfortable, but you're able to bear through it. I'm sure during surgery, you hear people cry in pain, or people who are coming in. And I'm sure you hear plenty of undergrads cry in pain as they study.
As they have to learn how to work 48-hour shifts with no sleep and no food.
Yeah. So it's getting to be like late afternoon, almost evening at this point. You've listened to 21 hours of this, and that's kind of the contents of it. Some pseudo-Christian snake handling, people crying out tapes, and it's FBI labeled, so it must have been something that went down.
Do I get a response from my contact in Ireland?
Yeah. At this point, we'll say at this point, you're like, you go to like stop the reels and you go back to your phone, and they say, like basically a text saying it's all gibberish. There's nothing to decipher. It looks like it's written to be in Ogham ruins, but it's not. There's nothing there. It's all gibberish.
Shit. All right. Thank you for what's the word I'm looking for? Humoring me with this. Apologies for for if it got in your way and anything like that. Thank you though.
No, it's fine. I just if it and this is through text, but like if I would have got it back to you sooner, but it's just strange because it doesn't mean nothing.
Do like the particular runes have any sort of meaning with them? Like they're not saying any words, but perhaps like one is, I guess. I'm not familiar with Ogham much, if that's sort of how it works.
There's
anything to do with serpents?
No, there's nothing. It's just the runes are all there, but it's not coming together to be anything.
All right. Thank you again. So yes, I will. The next time we meet up, I'll buy you the first round.
Hey, you better.
I will.
So I mean, you've been looking through. So I'll say out of the stuff that you found, like I said, you've already kind of looked through the Vintaja Corporation stuff. It was an Argentinian import-export firm dating from 1965 to 1968. The file begins with an FBI investigation into allegations of weapons smuggling in Miami. Investigation ends without prosecution, and there's a note of a company called Delta Green surveilling the company even after the prosecution failed, where Bauman then undercovered financial ties between them and the financial watch list called K Group. And there was a raid on the warehouse in San Juan, Puerto Rico, resulting in recovery of something called the Skeel formula. And that is that. The other pouch you've already looked at too, just animal hair, blue feathers, and baby teeth. You've already inspected the knife. There's just the glass orb. There's tear gas grenades. They look very old. Sky Devils and Liber Dimnatus. You think if you wanted more in-depth understanding of them, it'd be something you'd have to spend maybe like weeks looking into.
Sure.
While the professor is on his phone call, I think the doctor is tired of waiting, and she's known what she's needed to do for a while and has only been humoring him, and starts to move the gas cans to the septic tank. She's not pouring them in yet, but she's going to start getting them...
Start hauling them back and forth?
Yeah.
As soon as the phone call's over, and thinking about it, I says, Doctor, I had a... What the hell is she? And we'll kind of go around and be like, there you are. So nothing with the knife. Apparently it's just gibberish. Sure. However,
Here, take these. She hands him 2 cans of gasoline.
Sure, why not? At this point, I do not want to deal with any of this. So, you're right. Let's burn this thing. Let's get the hell out of here. I will say, however, that religion, the faith, whatever you want to call it, that is South American, and they were researching a Argentinian company. I think there could be a connection there. However, at this point, let's just open that thing up, drop the suit in there, and burn everything. Do you want to drop the files in there too?
I'm thinking, might as well just burn it all.
Just burn it all. Yeah, and we'll
here, we'll just... Is there a lighter or a match? I don't think...
You don't happen to smoke, do you?
No, I don't. I drink, but I don't smoke.
Is there a handler? That's what you are in this world. Is there a lighter or anything to start a fire within the box?
Or in the shed?
Or in the shed.
Give me a luck roll. Basically, just get under 50%. 50.
Do you want to roll? Or do you want me to roll?
I'll roll.
You'll roll?
I'll roll. Watch, I'm gonna roll like a 90.
The one thing you fail?
4. It's not a 94. It's a 56.
Shit. There is nothing. There's nothing in the house. There's nothing in the trunk. There is nothing in the shed.
I'm trying to...
Does the Prius have a cigarette lighter in it? Like one of those things you press in and it gets super hot?
I feel like probably.
If I'm like, this could work.
I know that I'm pretty sure the doctor was a Girl Scout, and I know when I was in Girl Scouts, one of the badges was to get a badge for starting a fire without a match, but I'm trying to remember how it was done.
There are no cigarette lighters in a Prius.
No, there aren't.
Oh my god!
I almost took survival. I didn't take survival.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to at least go an hour out to find a town.
I'm trying to think, because she's not a chemist. She wouldn't have a thing to start a fire on her.
You want to drive out? We can drive out. I'm sure there's a gas station.
We have wasted so much time.
Okay, we have plenty of time. We can go.
We got less than 24 hours.
Less than 24 hours. It will take us 30 minutes to find a gas. We'll find a gas station. We'll grab a lighter. Whatever's in there has been in there for 3 days. Longer, probably longer. 4 days at this point.
It's probably been longer than that, because nothing in the cabin has been used for 2 months.
Well, there we are. So we can go get a lighter. We can come back. We'll buy some food. So I'm hungry, and it feels weird eating a dead man's food. Probably all rotten anyways.
Okay, let's go find a lighter.
Let's go get a lighter.
Or matches.
Or matches. Or both. and we'll light up some wood, pour the gasoline and drop the wood in there, burn everything, and then just go home. I'm tired of this.
We can use some of the gasoline to burn what's in the box, and then we can pour the rest of it down the tank. And
sounds good to me. I'm keeping the book on Sky Devils, though. I'm keeping that.
Sure.
But that's a copy of a dissertation, right?
Yes.
Okay, then no, you won't keep that. You can just look it up.
It is a dissertation that's unpublished.
Oh, okay. Well, then
this one is annotated.
Oh, then never mind. He's gonna keep the shit out of that.
Yeah, so it's like 30 miles south to the nearest town.
Oh, the nearest gas station. We don't need a town.
An hour.
We just need
That sounds about right.
Just a truck stop somewhere.
An hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I looked up.
All right.
Sounds about right.
Or
When you live in the middle of nowhere.
It's like a township. I don't even think that's got what you're gonna want. So about an hour. Either way. The town will be closer. So you guys travel south about an hour. You get to the town of Finland. Is that right?
Finland.
Yeah, Finland. Get some stuff, get some food. A little diner called Our Place. American food. There's a co-op and an Exxon.
Go to the Exxon.
The Exxon's got to have a lighter.
It's got to have lighters.
I'm going to check them.
You can buy cigarettes everywhere in your godforsaken country.
There are some gas stations up this far out that are unmanned. So they're just like gas stations.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's why I just had to check. Yeah, so you guys get yourself minor purchase for you guys. You guys get your stuff. About another hour up.
I buy a bag of beef jerky because, like, fuck it, I'm hungry.
Yeah, because you guys have not been eating all day. You've just been sitting. Also, it's like the temperature today is roughly around 45 degrees Fahrenheit, 7 Celsius. So it's a much cooler day.
As a surgeon, they typically have anywhere from 8 to 13-hour surgeries.
Yeah.
So going almost all day not eating for.
And Miles is a PhD. He's had some terrible unhealthy days just doing things he probably shouldn't.
Yeah, so you guys get back. You have your lighter, you got the gas, you've got your food on the way. So is this it? What we're doing? We're gonna open up the tank and burn it.
I think the first thing we're gonna do is burn the stuff in the trunk.
Yeah,
not like the trunk of the car, but like that Foot Locker that we found.
All of it.
Everything but the book that the professor wants to keep. Let's not burn the tear gas grenades.
Okay. Okay. Oh, damn.
Bad idea. 2 idiots were found choked to death in the forest today.
And I really think that it's going to take more than some gasoline and a lighter to burn the knife. I don't think it'll get hot enough.
Do you want to take the knife back to our friend?
We can do that. Like, the things that won't burn easily should put in the trunk.
Yeah, we'll keep those and return them directly to them, saying that we didn't really have the means to dispose of it properly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you guys can use some of the gas on the. Are you just gonna where are you burning the trunk?
Is there what is the word to say? Is there like a outcropping of rock or somewhere with not a lot of vegetation around?
No. You are near a lake.
You want to burn it by the
bathtub.
That's what you want.
Oh, the bathtub.
Okay. We put all of the flammables in the bathtub. I will take out some of my medical supplies that she always keeps on her, like some gauze. And she'll dip it in some of her hand sanitizer, light it on fire, and then throw it into the tub. Removing the shower curtain and stuff.
Opening the windows?
Of course.
Okay. Just have to ask. There's a lot of things that could or could not go wrong, so I just gotta know what you're doing. You start this controlled fire. I mean, it's the fire goes up, smoke starts filling, smoke tries to air out. It doesn't look like there is any kind of sprinkler system or fire alarm type deal in here.
Mm-hmm. What the shower's for.
Yeah, but again, smoke coming in. It's some of it's exiting, some of it's filling the house. Yeah, so eventually that burns down. That gives a good 20 minutes. How are you going to try to just nothing left, or are you just like lighting on fire and then turning the water on?
I think I don't know what the professor's idea is, but my idea is to not burn it all the way, but to the point where it'd be unrecognizable. Turn the water on, take the contents, because if we found the cabin, the kids are going to find the cabin. Mm-hmm. So we need to clean up any source of the fire.
Sure, yeah, let's get the detritus and put it in the back of the Prius, I guess. Put it in the trunk of the Prius. I'm not getting my security deposit back. Fuck.
Okay, yeah. If you guys are spending time cleaning up after yourselves, we'll say maybe like another hour and a half goes by, just airing out the place and making sure it's not noticeable. Yeah, we'll say that all goes pretty fast, pretty quick for you guys. And then the rest is the tank.
Yeah.
All right, it's starting to get, the sun's still high. Not high, it's still up. It's getting late though, but the summer is keeping the light going. You guys get to the tank. Yeah, there's the padlock. You unlock it.
Yep.
Doctor?
You open the tank, and as soon as it opens, you hear water moving, like someone's walking in water.
Where is the professor right now? Because I know the doctor's pouring in the gasoline.
Yeah, no, he's like, fuck this. This is weird. This is some shit he doesn't want to deal with.
Yeah, because the doctor's just like, I don't hear this. Just pour it in, light it on fire, and go.
Okay. Sorry, and where's the doctor? Or the professor?
He's helping.
Helping too. Okay. So you guys, I'm saying you open up the hatch.
Mm-hmm.
You start to go pour, and you hear this water moving, and you start to pour some of the stuff in. You can see in the light, just very dimly, it seems very big down there. Very shallow water.
I'm not looking in.
I mean, I don't think the doctor has a choice if she's the one pouring the gas in.
No, the professor's helping, but he's not looking in. He's just like, there's a nozzle in the gas cans. He's just...
Hello? Hello?
Pouring it in.
The professor looks at the doctor and says, it's been on there for 2 months.
Just keep
pouring it in.
Whatever is down there. Wait, can I make some kind of check? Because I know as a player, I know how long you can go without food and water before you die.
You're a doctor.
I'm a doctor. I should know too,
you
right?
You can't go 2 months without food and water.
Yeah, give me intelligence times 5.
I rolled a 6.
That's good.
Ooh, a human shouldn't survive that.
I don't know what's down there, but just keep pouring.
Give me a
in.
sanity check.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Because I feel like...
Oh no.
I rolled 5.
I rolled a 98.
Oh
no.
You are so close to a crit fail. 4 sanity loss for the Professor Miles.
Think about
As you realize that's not normal.
Yeah, don't think about it. You're fine. Pour the gasoline. Do it the weird Vietnam man says.
It's just weird that I rolled a 6 and then a 5 on my percentile die.
Lucky.
The doctor is used to people asking for help, like pleading for help. Like that's all that's in a hospital. It's just people saying, help me, something's wrong.
You gotta help me.
We're gonna help you, dear. And she's pouring gasoline.
She shambles to like the opening where you guys are pouring the gasoline down. Please, you gotta help me. He's a sick man. Please help me.
How much gas have we poured in at this point?
With the way your conversation's going, I'd say you guys have probably got 2 gallons in there. I was trying to leave him, but he was doing some sick pagan ritual. He wanted me to be a slave.
I'm gonna make another sanity roll.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fair.
Because I'm about to do something, and I think.
Give me the sanity roll, because this is someone actively pleading for help.
That's a 92.
It's a 92.
Oh shit. That's a 54 for me.
The doctor takes 1 sanity
Okay, so that decreases from my current.
from your current. Yep.
Okay.
He was doing his. He wanted me to be his slave forever, and I didn't want to. And he did this thing, and he said it didn't work. But I hurt so much. I hurt so much.
You know
He
what?
locked me here.
I'm a doctor,
Help me.
and you're not gonna hurt anymore, and we're gonna help you as I pour a gallon of gas onto her.
A doctor pouring gasoline onto this person. I think that's gonna take a sand check.
That's why I wanted to roll
Okay.
one, because that's what
you're
I was doing.
you're gonna get one now because that is bad.
Yeah, that's a 12.
It's 12. Okay.
Yeah, it's 12 sanity.
As you're pointing, do you look at her at all?
Nope.
Nope.
No, you're just pointing
No
down.
eye
Okay.
contact. No eye
Are you-
contact.
Hard eye contact with the doctor.
I need air. I need light. Help me.
Oh.
And she's like,
You need light?
Doctor?
I'll give you some light.
Doctor, stop talking to her.
I do what I did in the bathtub. I take like a long strip of my gauze, dip it in the alcohol, and
okay,
give her some light.
I am
And I'm
going
gonna say-
to need. What is everyone's dexterity?
10.
14.
As you like are doing this and you're ignoring her, I can teach you things though. I can teach you things though. And she leaps from the bottom of this massive septic tank up through the hole,
Ah, shit.
tackling. I'm gonna do evens. It's gonna be the doctor. Odds the professor. Even
Just
it's
set
the
me on
doctor.
fire.
Yeah. So you want to do this like you're trying to light this thing, and then she like comes up and tackles you from it, and you both go falling. So she's doing unarmed combat. That's what she's gonna do. So she basically gets to roll her thing. 48 under 75. So you have the option. You can spend your action to dodge. You can spend your action to fight back. You could wait until your turn to do actions.
Where did we fall to? You said
She's
that
trying to attack. So basically, it'll depend on what you do. Just backwards from where you were.
So like out of the tank.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to use my action to finish what I was doing and try and set her on fire.
Okay. So then, if you're not dodging, she
No.
got her stuff in, and so she does. She like tackles into you with these like sharp claws that are like just her finger bones. Not even. It's just like that. It's like this thing like turns right into you and does 4 damage to you.
Okay.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
I know, I
And
just
she,
thought
like-
we should have put the gasoline down the toilet.
Yeah.
I never said anything. It was like, that's stupid.
The toilet wasn't hooked up to the septic tank.
Okay, good.
So basically, what you're seeing
That
is
would have
like
been
this.
a waste of 20 gallons of gas.
I mean, it was an idea. I'm glad I didn't say it, but it was an idea.
So she's like this misshapen nude woman in her 50s. Her flesh is gray blue, and she has torn out most of her hair. Her hands are blood-stained, flesh stripped by constant clawing at the walls. Her feet and lower legs are swollen from frequent immersion in water, and their skin sloughs off with alarming frequency. And yet, she lives.
I just set a woman on fire, so I just rolled sanity because I think I would be.
Yeah. Question.
Yeah,
I rolled
What
a
was your?
93.
No, what was your dexterity?
14.
14. And what was the professor's?
10.
Okay. So yeah, it's your turn. So you can. So basically, if you want to try and light her on fire, what you will need to do is, I'll say, give me an unarmed combat.
Okay.
Should be at least 40.
I rolled a 38.
Okay, I'll say you got the fire on her, and she's covered in gasoline. Yes, give me a sanity check. Give me both of you. So sorry. Okay, I'm gonna need 2 sanity checks from you and 1 from the professor.
Okay.
Both of you are getting a sanity check for seeing her.
71.
Oh, no, that's a 6, not a 9. Okay.
Did you guys pass?
Professor did not.
My first one was a 93. My second one was a 63.
So you both lose 7 sanity from seeing her,
Which makes my second roll a fail.
which means you go temporarily insane, both of you, because you lost 5 or more at a moment.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Did anybody get your breaking point?
2 away.
Oh,
Wait.
here's the thing. Actually, before you do the 7, you can try to project onto a bond to save yourself.
Okay. Ooh, I have a cool idea.
If you want to project onto a bond, roll a d4.
Okay. 1.
2.
Subtract that number from your current willpower.
Willpower?
Yep.
Oh, thank God.
Then reduce that number from the bond you're projecting onto.
Got it.
What if that number is higher than the bond score?
Your bond should have a higher score than your bond should be. So
My
if
bond?
you have a charisma of 9,
Yeah.
so the bond score for that should be 9.
Yes.
And
My
subtract the
willpower
1.
is a 14.
No. Sorry. Reduce the what did you get? You rolled a 1?
I rolled a 1.
Yeah, sorry. You rolled the 1 subtracts from willpower and then 1 also from the bond.
Okay. 1
And
from
then
the
what's
bond.
left
Okay.
over out of the 7 is how much you take insanity, which I believe for both of you is still 5. I'm sorry.
But it makes my next one not a fail.
Yeah. Well, so temporary insanity. So you guys lost 5 or more at a time.
Yeah.
And that was unnatural. So
It'd be fucking insane to light a person on fire.
I mean, light a person on fire.
So you get the option of fight, flight, or freeze. And because it's from unnatural, the common reactions they say is either flee or freeze. But I think for the sake of it, yeah, just give me a choice out of fight, flight, or freeze.
I mean, flight for the professor. He's like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Did this trigger before or after I set this woman
Before
on
the fire. Before the fire.
Okay, so I would obviously choose fight because
Yeah.
I was already setting her on
that
fire.
was kind of your goal, and you're in a position where it's really one of your.
Because what I think it was is it's probably more of a freeze, but she's already like mid setting her on fire, so it's kind of like something in motion stays in motion.
So then for you do the fire. You set her on fire. You succeeded the sanity.
I did the second
second
sanity.
one. Yes.
I succeeded.
Because of the projection. So that one. Okay, yeah, no sand loss for that. That's the fun thing is sometimes even if you succeed, there's still sand loss. But you set her on fire, which I was gonna have a lot of documents I gotta look for this.
I really thought I would be the one that was running, but I got tackled.
Roll 1d6.
4.
4. Okay, that's how much burning damage she took right now. Okay, yeah. So it looks like she might be catching fire. It looks like it's going. That's your turn. Flee. Your agent must move away from them top speed in any direction for a number of turns equal to your con. What is your con?
10.
So for 10 rounds, you will be running your ass off. Which direction are you going? Are you heading into the woods? Are you heading down the road? Are you going to the car?
Headed down the road, I'll say.
No,
In the
you
car?
run into the house and you go to the second floor.
There's no second. No, are you taking the car or are you just running?
I'll say just running.
Yeah, you sprint 30 meters towards the road.
Sorry, doctor.
So she's trying to catch on fire. So she's gonna roll Dex times 5 to not be caught on fire.
Please be caught on fire.
38. So she is not on fire. Yeah, so you got her with 1d6. Now she's on top of you. She is. What's wrong, doctor? Why wouldn't you help me? And she's like taunting you as she's like slamming you into the ground. So she's gonna do an unarmed combat. I believe that might be it. 63 under 75. Yep. So here's an option that you can do that might help you. Fight back is a defensive roll that lets you attack.
I would like to fight back.
Okay, because I was gonna say that might actually give you a better chance. I just say you will die. You are.
I've been left alone. I will die.
Yeah.
I went insane, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Let me see how long you have to do. I think you have to do it until one of you is dead. You or the creature. Or unconscious or restrained. Okay. So make your unarmed combat. Don't know that you can win this, but we'll find out.
That's a 71. That's a fail.
Okay, yeah. So you failed the attack to attack her back. So she just gets her damage in on you, which is a 5 hit points. As she's slamming you into the ground with her bony claws jamming you in there. Miles Anderson, you are sprinting into the woods. You are so remote from anything right now. But you know, maybe if you just keep hitting the roads, you can get out of here. The creature goes back to attack again. What is your unarmed combat?
The normal 40.
Okay, I will say now, it's probably actually not good for you to fight back. Now that I'm thinking about this, because you will probably always lose the roll off when you could just get damage on her. So I'll let you get a second attack in if you'd like.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 attacks will be fine, and then I'll just make up for that because I realized I was leading you into a situation where you wouldn't get to do anything.
That's fine. I'm a freaking doctor, not a fighter. So the first one's a fail. It's an 80. Second one is a 39.
I believe unarmed damage
is 4. Yeah, my unarmed combat is 40. So.
What I mean is I believe it's damage wise.
Professor, I'm gonna haunt your nightmares.
Probably.
Because you just left me there to die.
Again, he went insane. This is not his fault. I was going to help you, but I literally went insane.
Yeah, you guys kind of got the... Because the thing is, you guys could have gone insane by looking at her while she was in the tank. Instead of when she was, like, on top of you.
But where's the fun in that?
Yeah,
we should have tried to pour 20 gallons in there. We should have poured 2 and then tried it.
We did. We poured 2 gallons of gas in it, and then I poured a gallon on her and tried to set her on fire.
Well, I believe in you.
What's your strength score?
12.
Not bad.
Give me 1d4 minus 1.
3.
Yeah, you're pounding back at her. I think what I'm gonna do here
It's okay if you kill me. It's okay.
No, what I think I'm gonna do here is, after, like 10 rounds, after a short while of sprints from Professor Miles Anderson, what do you do?
Am I? If I sprint that long, like, am I by a highway? Am I still on the dirt roads?
On average, a healthy male should be able to run a mile in 6 to 8 minutes.
You are still on dirt road.
Okay. Shit. So I don't know if she's okay. I assume she's probably not. Do I have the knife?
You guys said
we were gonna burn it.
I know you probably took the book with you. Where would you have put the book and the knife?
He would have put it in the car. Oh god. You know what? He's not a brave man. He's gonna try to find the highway. And then get back, and he's gonna be fucking pissed that this happened. But he at this point,
you're gonna take the highway. You like walk the highway.
I was gonna try to get the highway and try to like wave down someone to help him.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say, almost a half an hour later, you find the highway, and you just wait there trying to flag people down. I guess. Okay, give me a luck roll to see how this
41.
goes. Okay, yeah, you. It takes a while walking down the highway, but eventually, someone finally picks you up.
I asked them to bring me back to very please bring me back to where were we? Duluth.
Yep.
Duluth and specifically the post office if they can, the one that we were at.
Give me a charisma times 5.
Okay, my charisma's not bad.
Because I realize that is a pretty big ask to.
96.
96.
Yeah, so just back to Duluth at the very least, or somewhere.
They bring you as far as it looks like they were heading back to Two Harbors. That's still several hours away, but it's a town.
Yeah, from there he'll try to get a bus or something to Duluth, or get to Duluth, and then get to the people, and so he can freak out and tell them never to contact him again.
You get back to, you let him know. We'll cut to the post office, 2 p.m. the next day. You're there, you're disheveled, you let him know. Basically, he's like, okay, I understand. Sorry it didn't work out. And let's you on your...
a woman's dead. So, go fuck yourself. And he throws the knife and the book onto like his desk or table or something like that.
Okay.
Goodbye. And
Yeah.
just goes.
Miles leaves, heads back to his life. Eventually, there's a news report about a dead woman up at this cabin. Looks like she's been bludgeoned to death. There's a lot of weird reports about it because she had there's gasoline all over the place on the thing, and I believe that's where we can end this. A very sad
Dyto.
day.
You know what, Felis? I'm gonna stop playing with you because this is not the first time you've left my character to die.
I went insane. I played by the rules.
The rules told me to leave you.
Even when the rules don't say to leave me behind and let me just die,
I was out of spell slots. Hey, I never left Thyra. She almost died.
I'm not talking about Thyra, I'm talking about Venus, your healer.
I know exactly who you're talking about. I was out of spell slots. I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I'll just say, that is the nature of Delta Green.
Thank you.
What doesn't kill you leaves you worse off than you ever could have imagined. Well, thanks everyone for listening to this, the new foray into the Blacklight Files. I've been Nick. You can find me on the Twitter at Bumblescum, that's with a K, where you can follow the IDL at Twitter, IDL_RPGS. Or if you want to hit up these fine troubled agents, Dyto is on the Twitter. That's Dyto11. Where you can find out about all the stuff that she gets up to in the games she gets to play, or Felis at Undead Felis,
all one word,
where he won't be there.
I probably won't. I'm not on Twitter very much, but that's literally the only place you can find me. Follow if you want. You'll get the occasional mean tweet about landlords, and that's it.
As it should be, really. All right. Thank you all, and goodbye.
Bye-bye.